and he's taken care of this car since then.
Okay.
It's excellent, wonderfully balanced. It's just as it came over from England in '92. We did refresh some of the suspension and like that, but it's original seat. It's been repainted, obviously. This is not 1961 paint, but it's about as original as you can get.
Have you raced here at Road America before?
I've raced here 3 times. I raced in 05, 11, and then this year. This is the 60th anniversary of the Formula Juniors, or next year is 2017, and there's a 3-year jubilee that started last year. 17 will be for the Formula Juniors in the United States. There'll be a lot of European cars coming over, and then 18 will be focused on Europe.
About what RPM and speed do you think are you running coming down the straight?
I limit to about 8,500. I've done 9,000 in the engine, but it depends on who I'm racing with and how high you take it. But the top revs are about 9,000.
Okay.
Road America is it's great. We came from Fort Worth, Texas, so it's a pretty hard, long haul, about 3 days. This spring we went to Barber. We've been to Lime Rock. We've been to the West Coast, Laguna Seca. So we travel to have fun.
Final call here. We recreated the Cup races from the early days of street racing in Elkahrt, and that's what these are about. So these are for guys that maybe, I guess sometimes you have to be lucky than be good. I shouldn't say that, but you have to be in a sweet spot of the time zone, and they're allowed to go 1 second over. Any more than that, and you bust the bank and you disqualify. At least in both the Kimberly and the Sheldon Cup, have some guys that thought they won but did not because they were driving too fast. The Kimberly Cup is our slower race group, 3 minute and over times, and there were I think 3 or 4 people that went over, and technically so did our winner, but he only went over by 0.4 of a second. and you get a full second. So Todd Youngden, I hope I pronounced that right, Todd. So Todd is our winner in a Volvo, quite fittingly, for the Volvo weekend. I could do this a lot. Sheldon Cup was the same situation. I believe we had 2 people that broke out, and the gentleman that only broke out by, I believe it was 7/10 of a second, he had a full 3/10 of a second of leeway and still not be in trouble. George Balbach Jr., congratulations. I know that you didn't think you won, I'm guessing?
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how you guys were going to play that out, but it was a lot of fun. They had a great race.
Well, that's good. And it always plays the same way. You get a second, and you took 7/10 of it, so you had 3/10 to spare. You could have cut it closer if you wanted to. Elkahrt Lake Cup. If this guy keeps winning it, we're just going to call it the Colin Cup, I guess. I don't know. How did it go out there for you, Colin?
Well, how do you think? I'm here, so it could have gone worse. It couldn't have gone much better, so that's a good day at the racetrack.
Well, you're supposed to make a bunch of stuff up about how...
Oh, yeah. The car was really good. We put 2 turns in the right front, took 2 turns out of left rear, and it ran the same time as it did this morning.
Then you waxed it, and you let Remy give it her touch. Congratulations, Colin, and that's it for the Cup presentations. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really appreciative that we have a nice crowd here.